this way. So for these reflexes, we're scoring a 2 if you can get a response from the hamstrings, and then if you can get a response from the patellar and the Achilles tendon. So the next thing we're gonna do is volitional movement with synergies. So in supine position, I'm gonna show her what she needs to do on our less involved side, and then I'm gonna have her copy it on our more involved side. So we're gonna start with your legs completely straight, and we're gonna bend our hip, our knee, and bring our toes up. So this should be your ending position. Go ahead, do it on this side. Good. So you can have them do it for 2 trials, no more than 2, and you just grade what you see. So go ahead and do that again. Good. She would get a 2 at the hip, a 2 at the knee, and a 0 at the ankle. So next we're gonna do the extensor synergy. So I'm gonna have you roll towards me onto your more involved side, and I'll show you what we need to do. So the starting position for this one is full hip flexion, full knee flexion, and full dorsiflexion. From this position, I want you to straighten your hip, straighten your knee, and point your toes downwards. So ending, you should be here. Good. And I'm having you roll to your less involved side. So I'm gonna put you in this position. All right, can you straighten your knee, straighten your hip, and point your toes down? Good. So she didn't get quite full hip extension, and she didn't get quite full knee extension. So I'm gonna say she got a 1 on the hip, a 1 on the knee, and a 2 at the ankle. The next is we're gonna do volitional movement in sitting. So I'm gonna have you all the way over here. So for this section of the test, you do want them on a table where their feet are not completely on the ground. This way you can grade their knee and their ankle together. So I want you to bend your knee like this and bring your toes up like so. Can you do the same on this side? Good, and relax, and I'll have you do that again. Good. So you're grading the knee. I got full knee flexion, so that would be a 2, and no dorsiflexion, so that would be a 0. The next is we're gonna stand up. When we stand up, go ahead and hold on to the table. I want you to bend your knee and bring your ankle up like so. So that was good, full knee flexion, full dorsiflexion, and no hip movement. So I'm gonna have her do the same with her more involved side. So she has hip flexion, she got knee flexion, and no dorsiflexion. So I'm gonna say that's a 1. All right, go ahead and have a seat. So the next part of this test is like looking at hyperactivity in the reflexes. You're only going to do this part of the test if you score the full points on section 4, which is the standing volitional synergies, and if you scored a 4 on the supine reflexes. So you're looking for hyperactivity at the knee, so we're going to do the less involved side first. Good. So she doesn't have hyper-reflexive. What I'm going to do is coordination. So I'm going to have her leg back down. For this section of the test, you're looking at timing, you're looking at dysmetria, and you're looking at tremor. So I'm going to show her what she needs to do on her less involved leg. So I'm going to have you take your heel and tap your knee down and back 5 times. When I say go, I'll have you count. Ready, set, go. Good. And part of this test is you can have them count it themselves to see if they're actually paying attention. It just gives you more information as well. So she got 475 on that portion. I'm gonna have her do the same thing on this side. Ready, go. Good, so that time she took 12 seconds to complete. So for timing, she would get a 0 because she took 6 seconds longer than her less involved leg. For dysmetria, she would also get a 0 because it was marked pronounced. She went high, she undershot, she overshot each time. And for the tremor, if you saw her leg, it was shaking, so she'd also get a mark for tremor on that one. So for coordination, I'd score her at a 0 for all 3 categories. So that involves the lower extremity and the coordination and speed portion of this test. To finish the test, you would go through sensation of light touch and proprioception, and you'd also look at passive joint motion at each joint.